Hey folks, you've heard me use the term radical moderate a whole bunch of times on this channel, but what does it actually mean? What is moderation? Is it just the middle of the road between two opposites or potentially two extremes? Or is there some kind of a deeper, even more pragmatic approach to its meaning? Well, in a previous video, what I did is I discussed the Overton Window for you guys, which was the shifting boundaries of acceptable discourse in a society. But today, what I want to do is I want to introduce you to two key ideas that help us understand the concept of moderation. One of them is the Goldilocks effect, which is our natural tendency to seek balance and avoid extremes. And the other one is the old-fashioned Hegelian Dialectic, which is a philosophical framework for how opposing ideas interact to create a new synthesis. Now, one of my favorite quotes of all time is by Spinoza, and he says, no matter how thin you slice it, there are always two sides. This shows us that, almost every argument has at least two sides, a point and a counterpoint. But moderation isn't just about splitting the difference between these two extremes. In my view, it's about understanding the multidimensional equilibrium of a controversial argument that has two sides. The Goldilocks effect, why we gravitate towards balance. In the classic children's story Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Goldilocks doesn't really pick the hottest or the coldest porridge, the hardest or the softest chair, or the firmest or the mushiest bed. She picks the option that feels just right. Now, this preference for balance is hardwired almost into our human behavior and our thoughts. We know this simple generalization because population behavior tends to organize around a bell-shaped distribution, with the data tending to revert to the mean. Now, some folks invariably stand out and gravitate to these extremes, but the mean is generally where the bulk of the people lie. And this tendency for reverting to the mean and for moderation and equilibrium is really found across a whole bunch of different disciplines. For example, in marketing, businesses price their products in three different tiers, for example, and consumers tend to pick the middle tier for the most part. And in psychology, for example, people naturally gravitate towards challenges that are neither too easy nor too hard. And in astrobiology, we've heard about the Goldilocks zone, which is where a planet is just the right distance away from its star that can allow it to support life. It's not too hot that would evaporate all water and incinerate the surface, nor is it too cold, causing the water to freeze. So this is why moderation isn't just a political stance. It's really a general psychological tendency that humans apply to almost everything. The Hegelian dialectic is fear of moderation. Now, let's move beyond simple balance and think in terms of multidimensional moderation. Most people assume debates exist on a single right and left spectrum. We even think people align politically along this right and left spectrum, but reality is obviously far more complex. Think of the Hegelian dialectic, which says that for every idea, which is the thesis, there is also an opposing idea, which is the antithesis. And from the tension between this thesis and antithesis, a new understanding, which is synthesis, emerges. Now, in fact, this has been the basis of all academics in terms of debate and logic over the past couple of centuries since Hegel described it. Now, imagine not just one thesis-antithesis relationship, but many running through different dimensions of a sphere or a three-dimensional shape. Each diameter of the sphere represents a different debate where opposing positions sit on either end, basically on the surface of this shape, right? And the true synthesis, which is the sum of all of these lines that are passing, creates a center, a position of equilibrium for the whole shape. And that is the balanced and equilibrated position of moderation for that given shape. Now, when it comes to argument, that center of balance, or center of gravity, if you will, also exists for arguments in complex situations. Moderation as a moving equilibrium. Now, understanding moderation as a sphere of synthesis shapes how we think about political and social debates. Unlike a fixed midpoint, moderation is constantly shifting equilibrium. It moves as a new information emerges and as pendulum of public discourse swings back and forth. So if you want to imagine the original intuition pump or analogy I used, instead of thinking of a solid rock or sphere or a surface, think of it as a floating bubble of fluid in no gravity. And as a result of that, you'll have this surface that's oscillating and changing, and the center of balance or gravity of an argument is constantly shifting and changing. That's almost equivalent to that Overton window example that I gave, but almost in 3 dimensions this time. So here, the radical moderation differs from passive centrism. A centrist might just simply pick a safe middle ground or middle position, but a radical moderate is actively evaluating all dimensions in multi-dimensions and in multi-areas of an argument, finding the most functional and most pragmatic equilibrium in that moment. And that's the key point here. Applying this to a real-world issue. All right, so let's talk, for example, about the topic of abortion, right? I mean, let's make it pretty controversial. On the one extreme position, no abortion under no circumstances, no exceptions. On the other extreme, abortion is allowed up to birth, and hey, why not? Maybe even a little bit after. So a moderate pragmatic approach, one that reflects both the Goldilocks effects and the Hegelian dialectic based on the collective arguments that have been present, would probably come up with something like before fetal viability, a woman has autonomy over her body, whereas after fetus viability, reasonable restrictions should apply except in cases of medical necessity. The key here is not just picking a random midpoint, but synthesizing a practical solution based on competing realities and public sentiments at the time. And the moderate position here has been recorded in multiple polls to reflect what I just mentioned, but politicians tend to kind of ignore this and create their own sense of urgency because our politics in a democracy is driven by the energy of the voters, and inflammatory issues like this tend to galvanize the radicals on the two sides of any point to go out there and canvass to vote and push people to come out and vote. And this is how a democracy is won, for better or worse. Why moderates get bullied and why we must be radical. So as I just mentioned, the challenge with moderation is that it's oftentimes quiet and it doesn't feed on outrage. It's not loud or extreme compared to the extremists on either side of the argument. And because of that, moderates often temperamentally are moderate as well and get easily bullied by the extremists and ideological extremes from both sides. And this is why moderation must be radical. In that radical moderation isn't passive. It should be actively resisting ideological bullying by the extremists. Radical moderation also doesn't compromise for the sake of it. It seeks pragmatic, well-reasoned solutions. Radical moderation also is about resilience. It's standing firm in logic, but not on emotions. This is why moderation must be radical. Radical moderation isn't passive. It actively resists ideological bullying by these extremists. Radical moderation doesn't compromise for the sake of it. It seeks pragmatic, well-reasoned solutions. Radical moderation is also about resilience, standing firm in logic and not on emotion. So where do we draw the lines? The ultimate moderation question. Moderation isn't just about playing it safe, it's about understanding all of the perspectives, resisting emotional bias, and also making pragmatic choices even when neither extreme is happy with the outcome. A radical moderate doesn't just drift with the times. They analyze, question everything all the time and weigh positions carefully, seeking the center of equilibrium in a multi-dimensional argument, but ultimately residing back on pragmatism, and why we will go in future videos and discuss some of the pragmatic movement and people like C.S. Peirce and others who have contributed to that philosophical insight. All right, folks, so if you're tired of black and white thinking and want a reasoned, independent approach to today's most controversial issues, hit that subscribe button. Let's build a movement of radical moderates together right here on YouTube. See you in the next video.
I'm a radical. We fighting over lies, truth caught in disguise, acting like we wise but blind to open eyes. I'm a radical. I'm a radical.